What's up, guys? I'm John.
My name is Chris.
And we are the Heck. And today we're going to be checking out a little bit of freaking Hazbin Hotel / Helluva Boss lore. And I'm freaking stoked. This one's every full demon form in Hazbin Hotel and Helluva Boss. And it's actually from Cartoon Universe, which has been really freaking cool. Like, I really like the way that they do their lore videos. They're not too long. They're not too not long. You know?
Yeah, and they're very like in depth. Like it goes to great lengths.
Yeah, like he really does find a lot of really cool stuff. And I think like if you guys have watched a lot of our reactions, y'all know that like we like to pause and like look at stuff if there's like some cool information or something like that, or just something funny. I think most of the time the things in Hazbin Hotel and Helluva Boss have just been funny, so I like to pause and like read it and laugh. But he takes that a step further and like tells us about it. So I'm really stoked to be checking this one out. And if you guys do want to check out our reactions and freaking early access and stuff like that, we do have a link to our Patreon in the description below. And it supports our channel, man. So, for real, thank you guys.
Thank y'all.
But for now, let's freaking get into this together, homies. Smash that sub button and let's do this freaking boom! Look at little old baby Blitz right there. Just looking like a proud Blitz. I was going to say father, but it's not. Boop.
One of the many fun parts of the Season 2 finale of Helluva Boss was the introduction of this larger transformation
that was so
Loona
badass
takes on when fighting in Drielfist. So let's break it down in its
history
within
the so surprised
now,
that
since
happened.
the episode aired, I've heard people complaining that this beast mode that Loona takes is something of a fan fiction thing being written by Vivziepop herself.
Oh,
something
lame!
that looks more like Digimon or anime than what you'd expect from Helluva Boss. But
what?
These people don't seem to be paying attention to both.
Were you a complainer? Did you complain? Because I didn't complain. I love the shit out of that, dude.
I thought it was awesome.
I thought it was so cool, dude.
What the heck are people complaining about?
I know.
Like,
how could you complain? Lou's freaking got a transformation. That's cool as hell, dude. And you see the extra eyes? Oh, that was awesome, dude.
Like, who wouldn't want a beast form?
Where we see characters
that's why we can't have nice things, people.
This, as well as the original Hazbin Hotel cast comics, where they display the same ability. The earliest of these transformations were in those Hazbin Hotel character comics, which were a series of comic strips released by Vivziepop as a sort of sneak peek of an upcoming arc for her story Zoophobia. This webcomic only managed to finish one of very many planned volumes, with Hell just being a secondary location in this bigger world filled with magical furry animal characters.
Nice.
To get a better idea of this world, I definitely recommend checking out the Vivziepop short Bad Luck Jack, which acts as a sort of pilot for this webcomic to become its own series that never really took off. At the time, Vivziepop was writing a lot of comic strips about the eventual Hazbin Hotel cast characters: Charlie, Angel, Vaggie, Alistair, Husk, Nifty, and even Mimsy, and a character we haven't met yet named Criminy. This intended subplot was very similar to the current story we have in Hazbin Hotel, in that it's about Earthborn humans who become demons after dying and get sent to hell. The story of the comics was going to deal less with the political situation of heaven and hell, and was going to focus more so on the Hazbin Hotel cast characters trying to outrun an angel and her demon hunters. This was going to be a much more action-packed series, and because of that, the characters were planned to each have a sort of bigger full demon beast mode that would allow Vivziepop to draw some pretty
that's pretty wild.
Okay.
In this era, Vivziepop had put out some art of the early iteration of Angel in his beast mode, and in another comic, we see Vaggie take on her bigger form as well, where she lets out her giant moth wings. This idea would continue to have development, which still made sure
baby
to
back
let
there
us
with
know
a
in the
tie
pilot
on
that demons could take on this beast mode. Angel himself begins this transformation with his ability to bring out an extra pair of arms, but we also see a silhouette of Katie Killjoy when she enters her beast mode to attack Charlie. Charlie was an Earthborn sinner in the original Zoophobia story, just like all the other characters.
Oh, dang!
But in Hazbin Hotel, where she has been changed to the daughter of Lucifer, she still has something of a beast mode. In this form, she gets her more devilish-looking horns and looks demonic, but she is still an angel. And in fact, this form doesn't look much different from her father's beast mode when we see him transform in the season 1 finale. Lucifer can take on many forms we see in this episode.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about that transformation too.
And also the owl, to point to possible connections in different mythologies. When he grows his horns and changes his eye color, however, we can clearly see that he's entering his beast mode. As beast mode doesn't
dude, this beast mode's badass.
Yeah, it is.
Despite how clearly normal it is to be in the humanoid shape that most demons have, sinners and angels both seem to lean into this bigger form when they get angry or some kind of emotional. This makes sense because it's a mode that is meant for fighting and protecting, and people with self-control issues may have trouble maintaining this form. It's something that's supposed to come out when you or a loved one feels threatened. In addition to Charlie and Lucifer, Season 1 of Hazbin Hotel also showed Alistair entering his beast mode, which I imagine
Alistair's is freaking crazy,
the
dude.
amount of power
like
Alistair holds
yeah.
as an Overlord. We had previously seen him take on a larger form in the Alistair prequel comic, where he begins to shift into a modern depiction of a Wendigo in order to kill and eat a butcher who has targeted a smaller demon. In Helluva, we also got to see the beast modes for...
I really want to check out those comic strips, man. That seems cool as hell. Does anybody know where to watch those? Because that would be freaking awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Especially the Alistair one. Alistair's such a cool person to me. I really want to watch like a character lore on him. Because so many people have told me about him in the comments, but I haven't seen like an actual lore video.
Yeah, that would be
like
really
some
cool.
of our elites. From the Seven Sins to even Goetia like Stolas. The first of these that we have truly seen, I would say, was Beelzebub, who shifts into her beast mode when she's angry at Loona.
I remember this.
Beelzebub's introductory episode was largely about how she needs excessive amounts of Beelzejuice in order to maintain her good mood. If anyone with a bad mood is around Beelzebub, she begins to get upset herself, and this can trigger her beast mode. She indicates this is a big problem of hers when she apologizes to Vortex, who seems to have seen quite a few of these outbursts despite Beelzebub's normal calm behavior. Now, Asmodeus is an interesting character because it feels like he has 3 modes. When we first meet him in his smaller form, he actually looks rather similar to the Sinner Overlord in Hazbin Hotel.
He does, yeah.
This is likely due to them both being focused on lust, with the Sinner's form in Hell resembling their internal nature. Because of that, Valentino would come in looking like Asmodeus and perhaps even make himself look more like Asmodeus over time, trying to copy Asmodeus to seem like another player in the game of lust, even though Asmodeus doesn't seem to have a lot of respect for the kind of lifestyle that Valentino lives in particular. After a small, quick appearance in this form with Fizzerali, Asmodeus quickly takes on a larger form, and this is the shape we will generally see him in, though it does seem to change in size. He seems to get extra large in the episode where he defends Fizz from Mammon, and in this scene, his anger is shown with his fiery hair going even crazier than usual. In this episode, we also saw Mammon's full demon form, which is pretty disgusting. Satan himself may already be in his full demon form with how large he is, and that would make sense considering he has a problem controlling his anger, for which he needs a coach. Because of that, I want to think
big
he's
as a
always
building
in
at
his
least.
Yeah.
Something I think may be confirmed with the art in Hell's courtroom, where we see a door with symbols on it depicting the sins generally in their beast mode. Satan here looks exactly the same, with Asmodeus looking pretty similar as well, but with a focus on that more fiery look we see when he enters his full beast mode against Mammon. Mammon is also in his full beast mode here, in his creepy weird bug form.
Dang, that's
Beelzebub's is a bit of a mystery, as we do see her looking more or less the same, but with even bigger wings. Which is odd because in her beast mode, it almost looks like her wings disappeared entirely, only returning when she turned small again. Despite that, this probably means that the symbol we see for Leviathan indicates that she becomes an even larger two-headed sea monster. Whatever Belphegor becomes, it definitely uses even more of her eyes. Finally, in Sinsmas, we learn that the Hellhounds have a beast mode as well, with Loona jumping from her humanoid form
those extra eyes look cool as shit.
That Blitz can ride her into battle like a horse. Right now, Hellhounds are the only lower level species we've seen with a beast mode beneath the Sinners. And this could go 2 ways, I think. First, only Hellhounds have this beast mode because they are considered the most animalistic species, but that doesn't make sense to me with it being something of a power flex for the elites in the Seven Sins.
Also, my thing is too, like, aren't Hellhounds like the lowest form in Hell? Because like even they're like,
they're pretty low.
You know, Blitz is an imp and he owns a Hellhound, kind of quote unquote, if you like, you know what I mean? He adopted one at least. And so yeah, I don't know.
Maybe there's something special about Loona.
She's clearly got some specialness to her. She's cool as hell, man. I freaking love her. But I'm wondering then, if that's the case, do you think that imps also have a beast mode or no?
That's a good question. I mean, we haven't seen one yet. I don't think, unless he's gonna explain something that we don't know yet.
Yeah, hit us with it, man.
Not all of the native demons have a beast mode, just like the angels and sinners and Hell's elites and now Hellhounds. Like the Hellhounds, animalistic demons like deep sea fish, the sharks, or even the dinosaurs and Baphomets all just get bigger and more monstrous looking. The succubus are a more ambiguous species, but they always looked like vampires to me, and I feel like they could just become cool, giant, sexy bat monsters when they're angry. The biggest question is, what about the imps, as they have been said to be the lowest of the low. Because of that, I've seen some people suggest now that the imps may be the only species that don't have a bigger beast mode. Or perhaps like Satan, that they are always in this beast mode at every moment because of their natural tendency towards anger and wrath. This would make sense, considering we haven't seen an imp use their beast mode after 2 seasons of imps as main characters.
Very true.
But we only just now saw this for Loona, so it's at least possible that they're hiding it too. I like to think if there is a beast mode for the imps, we get close to seeing this in the pilot, where there's a shot in the IMP commercial montage where Blitz is stabbing at someone with a glee and his eye color becomes inverted, becoming predominantly red instead of yellow as is normal for imps. This happens again in a wide shot where Moxie accidentally shoots a young boy, with Blitz looking very stressed about this accidental kill. Both of these situations could have the emotional energy that Blitz needs in order to lean into his beast mode. But that being said, it's weird that if imps have a bigger form that can be triggered by aggression, that we haven't seen it. Especially with how many missions this would have been useful for. Like when Millie went to fight the giant sea monster, and the sea monster gang as a whole was cornered at the Dork's headquarters. Though even Loona didn't bust out her beast mode here. So what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and if I missed any other beast modes, let me know so I can include them in a later video. See you guys next time.
Listen, I genuinely like freaking Cartoon Universe.
Yes.
I really like the way he tells stuff.
Yeah.
And it's funny too because I was like, well, what about imps? And it's like, boom.
Yeah.
Let's talk about them really quick. But dude, I don't know. I don't know if I feel like Blitz and them would have one or not. But I will say this, like, after watching that, I don't think that they are constantly in their beast mode form. I don't think that's the case.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Just because, like, if they, you know what I mean? What would they be at before that, you know? I don't know.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, I don't know. Maybe there's, like, conditions to transforming as well. Like, he was saying something about, like, it has to do with your emotions. Maybe there's like a life or death kind of thing. Where it's like
kind of almost like evolving
resort.
Or something like that.
Yeah, sort of thing.
Okay, I can see that.
I don't know.
But my thoughts are too, like, I honestly don't know that it would make sense that they wouldn't have a form, like a beast form as well, too, if they're the lower forms in hell and there's a reason for that. But again, like you said, maybe there's something special about Loona, you know?
Yeah, it seems like maybe there is.
Yeah. But let us know what y'all's thoughts are. And I think even like a cool thing about this too is I didn't know that oh crap, why am I brain farting? Oh my god, the son of Lucifer or the daughter of Lucifer.
Oh, Charlie.
Charlie, yeah. I didn't know that Charlie was actually supposed to be in the original. She was supposed to be like a earthborn demon.
Yeah,
and then
that's
now
pretty wild.
Yeah, pretty cool, dude. I wonder if that's gonna ever be a thing. I guess probably never gonna, like, those stories in particular are never gonna be a thing because they've already got Hazbin Hotel and Helluva Boss that have kind of like really taken off. But freaking loved this episode, so thank you guys for checking this one out with us. If you guys do have any suggestions for stuff of lore for us to check out, comment it down below, homies, and we'll catch y'all then. Toodles.
Later.
Bye.